Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a do-it-yourself repair on the RV refrigerator thermistor. This might be helpful if you keep finding all of the fins in the back completely frozen. You won't want to miss this. Stay tuned.
So over time, more and more of all of this ice kept building up on the fins in the back of the RV refrigerator, and I've tried to put a little Vaseline around the door seals just to rule out a potential air leak, and that didn't have any effect. So now we're going to replace the thermistor and see if that helps. So here is, you can see, the new thermistor. I ordered it off the internet using this, the model number and whatnot on the side of the fridge there. So I have the replacement part ready to go. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I've let it completely defrost. I've taken the little shelf out. I'm going to wipe everything. I've taken the old thermistor off of the clip here. I'm going to pull this little tab. We'll put that back in a second. I just want to be able to move that so it's out of the way to be able to change out this cord. I'm going to put that off to the side, and that way I'm going to be able to feed the old one in and out through this same spot. Okay, so this is the access for the fridge on the outside. This is where we're going to be opening here. And we've got these little kind of clips. You can see sort of where it's been draining. Cobwebs everywhere. It is the south. I'm going to kind of undo these if I can. Okay, so I've taken the panel off. Oof, as you can see, it definitely needs to be kind of cleaned out on the inside. So I'm going to kind of brush all this stuff out, kind of clean it off a little bit, but what we're looking for is this box right here. That's going to be where our thermistor is going to be plugged in. Before we go any further, make sure that you unplug your refrigerator. This is where it's plugged in. It's also in that compartment, especially if you're not cutting power to the entire RV. Okay, so the cover is off. That was a little bit tricky. You definitely need a flathead screwdriver to kind of get in there and get the little pops at the bottom. But as you can see, this white cord here is our old thermistor, and that's where it's plugged in. I've got a couple ties here. I'm going to clip those, and then we're going to use the old thermistor to weave the new thermistor in with a little bit of string. Since I think it will be really difficult to refeed the new thermistor through, what I'm going to use is actually, I'm going to tie string. I bought some parachute cord from the camping section. I'm going to tie string around this and run it as it pulls. It's going to run the string all the way through, and that way when it pulls outside, when I remove the old thermistor, I'll have the string running through the actual path of it. So I can untie it, tie it to the new thermistor outside, and pull it back through and refeed it that way. I'm going to do that here. Hopefully, it won't be too bulky. This is about the width of the cord, so hopefully the hard part, I'm guessing, might be fitting it through there, but we're gonna see if this works. Hopefully. If not, it might not fit with the knot, so I might end up just taping it. We might do that actually, now that I'm looking at the inside with all the packing and stuff there. I'm not actually sure, so we're gonna find an alternative here. just enough. And there should be plenty of slack, so as we pull it, it'll just take that cord hopefully with it. Okay, I have this string tied to the old thermistor inside, so I'm going to unplug this and we're going to feed it out as soon as I clip this little bit of paper. Here, sorry, it's a little bit difficult to do this with the various angles. Here we go. I'm hoping this kind of works. I might have to go inside and do a little bit of feeding. I'm gonna keep feeding this a bit if we can. Hopefully. Where it goes in, you can see right up there. You can kind of see there. Here's our old. Here we go. Perfect. So we got a little bit of the sticky. We can pop that back in there. This is like the insulating putty, and we'll put this back when we're replacing it. So this string is now running the course, the path of what will be the new thermistor. So we're gonna undo the old one and reattach it to the new one and feed it back through. Okay, so I have the new thermistor secured to the string, which I'm going to use as a guide wire. I have the end tapered so that it's able to pull it right through in case I have to get up in there and kind of help get it into that little access hole, but hopefully it should go pretty seamlessly. So here is our new thermistor. That worked really well. So now that we've got that kind of in place, we're going to put the packing back in and replace the cap in just a second, and then attach it to the little clip. I'm going to kind of wipe all this down. I haven't done any of that yet. And fire it up, and hopefully everything's good. Okay, so our new thermistor has been fed all the way through. It is up in the fridge. So we're going to plug the new one in. Goes under here. Okay, new thermistor is in place. We're going to kind of weave it. They had these sort of tucked together all in here. So I'm going to try and replicate that the way it was without messing anything up in this cute little box here. They did have some of this stuff, like you saw, kind of tied together with twist ties. I don't have any twist ties that small, but I did bring a couple with me just to kind of at least secure with what I can. Hopefully it should fit. So twist ties are in place. I've got, as you can see, some extra slack here, just in case I want to adjust the thermistor inside and it's kind of out of the way so it won't bug anything. So we're all plugged in, we're put back together. This is, kind of the assembly, the way they had it. We're going to put the case back on, put everything back together, and fire it up. Okay, our cap is back in place. I've kind of wiped things down a little bit to clean it up. So we've still got all of our wires, everything looks good. So we're going to put the cover back on rather, and go inside and turn it on. Okay, cap is on. Got my little drainage port, gave it a little bit of extra slack. Looks good. Okay, so we've got our outside put all back together. So I'm going to kind of stuff that little bit of that like putty that is kind of more towards the outside. I'm going to get it put back in there. And and then replace this piece here. Okay, that looks good. So last but not least, I'm going to kind of wipe all this down. We're definitely going to take this off. If I can find the end of it. Got my Clorox wipes. Kind of wipe everything down. And of course, this is our thermistor here. It goes in this bit and attaches to the gills. And of course, that's what moves up and down, and I left plenty of slack so we can adjust as needed. Make sure all my shelves are clean. That's pretty good. Okay, turn it on. There we go. Now before I put everything back in here, because I have everything packed on ice, I'm going to let this thing kind of get nice and cool. Make sure that it all works, and then go from there. There is my tray.
That's it for this video, pretty short and sweet, but hopefully you found it helpful. Thank you all so much for your ongoing support. If you haven't already, hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.